Hello and welcome again to JKA Benoni with Sensei Mike Fauna.
Us.
Today we will be venturing further into some essential basics of Shotokan karate. Sensei Mike will demonstrate hip movement, which is vital throughout your career and learning in karate. He will then demonstrate some basic stances as well as movement.
Us. Right, the first thing is hip rotation. When I'm facing forwards, it is called shomen, which means front facing. When we rotate the hip to either the left or the right, we are talking half front facing, the hips at 45 degrees. Generally, when we did the Chokuzuki straight punch, we had the hips square. That was a punch for Chudan. When we punch Jodan, we generally rotate the hips to Hanmi to get a bit more extension. All the blocks also use Hanmi position. For example, the Agiyuki block, rising block, turn. Sotouki, 45 degrees as well. Uchiyuki, inside block, and Geiden Barai, downward block. All of them we use the half front facing position, Hanmi. So from here now we are going to study the forward stance. Now to get into the forward stance, we use what's called the ready position. From Yoi, we say Geiden Barai, which means downward block. We sink down and wind up like for a block like we did, except we step forward. And because it's a block, our hips are at 45 degrees in the Hanmi position. Notice that the knee is behind the toe over the ball of the foot. And the back leg is straight with the foot pointing as far forward as you can. In order for movement, which we are going to do, that the foot goes in the direction that you are going to travel in. So from here, done quickly, we sink and block. To the other side. There we go. Right, now from here we are going to study stepping forward and back. From the first Geiden Barai position, we are going to step without using the hands at this stage. So we are going to step halfway and then put the front foot the right foot forward, and at the same time rotate the hip back into the shomen position. From here back and step back and into the shomen position. Halfway and forward. Halfway and back. With the other foot forward. Practice this as well, please. You must always practice both sides of everything you do in karate. Always train left and right. In particular, if one is your weaker side, train that more. So from here, halfway and forward. Halfway and forward. Done quicker. From here, we are now going to add the punch. So we are going to go from the Hachi Shidachi position, ready position, we are going to block Geiden Barai. Now we are going to go again halfway and we are going to punch. And because it's a Chudan punch, our hips must be square, shomen facing forward. Same thing going back and punch. Forward, back. Then we are going to do the same thing with all the blocks. Now remember, the difference between the Chudan punch and the blocks is that we use the half front position of the hips. So we first step again into Geiden Barai, and from here, halfway and wind up for rising block. Now again, elbows crossing and block, turning hip out at 45 degrees. Wind up the right hand and halfway back. Now you are square, facing the front, and as we block, we rotate. The same with the forearm block. Winding up, halfway, block. Halfway, block. Halfway, block. Hips at 45 degrees. Stepping back now, uchi-uki, inside block. Inside forearm block. So square, 45. Shomen, hanmi. Shomen, hanmi. Same with gate and bereich. Square, hanmi. Shomen, hanmi. Shomen, hanmi. Shomen, hanmi. Yummy.
Os.
Alright.
Thank you so much, Sensei Mike.
Os.